Wait, that wide, 80.
He's right there. 40's Mike. Check the out. Check the out.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 27. Kyle Van Noy, the Pats' leading tackler in their Super Bowl run, in on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
It's going to be a
And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
21. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Hey, give me your radar.
Double up, double up.
To try again after the sack. Stafford, he finds Riddick, complete. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Kyle Van Noy leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Stafford. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Mike Bennett, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So it'll remain to be seen how many drives this unit gets in, this being the preseason, but here they start with 3 points.
Yeah, I don't know that we'll actually see them anymore. They got 3 points on the board, 1 drive here in preseason. In this game, baseball caps, NFL approved, of course, for everyone.
An update now from Oakland. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now a pass dropped off here for James White. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's White. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
Wait, that. Round 80. Round 80. I got you. 72.
On 3rd down, Brady. He hits White, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Set, ready? 8, read. 59, Mike the 59. You don't know no better.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michelle. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Hoyer, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Down. 15, line. 15 line. Here we go. Hey, look. Ready?
On the handoff, it's Michelle. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Hoyer. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line.
Big 20.
Hey, 52's the mic. Check, 52's the mic.
Hurry.
Here it comes. Check.
Hot.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Right side and taken in by Fulgham. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Set. Yellow lady.
52's the mic.
Yellow lady.
Get in the way.
Middle. Go. Shot.
And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 4 down. Check.
To throw again, Stafford. He finds a rookie from Iowa, T.J. Hockenson. 23 yards the pickup there.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 1st down at Stafford. Out left to Anderson. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, it's Stafford. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0, our score.
Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where it came from.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A throw complete to Dorsett. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, The defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
New England on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Hoyer. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Stafford on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 84 yards.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. They'll run. Anderson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Lions add on to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes our score 17-0. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett, 78 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and said,
now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
50, 50. Hey, middle. You got tight. All right, boys, here we go. Hey, Delta.
Now Stafford. Lightning speed there from the safety Devin McCourty on the sack. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here's Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Dorsett on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this is caught at the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 37.
37 yards. And the Patriot first down.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Set. 60 outlaw. Hey, Alpha.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Nikhil Harry. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 33. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
22. Check it out. 6-6. Pull it high.
The third quarter starts with a run from Anderson. Devin McCourty brings him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 19-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Stafford. The completion to Riddick. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
32.
44, Mike, 44.
Throwing again is Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A loss of 2 there, second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Check, lucky, smooth.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett, 77 yards. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
They're on 17-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Here we go. My 52.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Throwing deep for Galladay. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. Third down here.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Dietrich Wise Jr. in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Here's Dorsett. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
Check.
New York Porter. And ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. N'Keal Harry, the rookie, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go. 30 base.
Rapid. Watch the eye.
Hey, wahoo!
2nd and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Andrew Adams. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Stafford, right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Check three, check three, check three.
Drill right, 22.
Check Mike 21. Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
On 2nd down, Anderson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Bravo!
Check 52.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Connects it to Roberts, right side. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
It got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it. Marvin Jones! He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit! Marvin Jones, 60 yards, and the Lions have taken the lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
We play to win. Let's go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch, just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Miles Killebrew with a pick. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
60, stay 50, stay 50.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And some room to roam now. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. The Lions are able to grow their lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Set up. 90 Wolf.
Watch the curl. Watch the
Hey, echo.
35's the night.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They go play action here on first down. Throw left side, reeled in by Lacoste. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Left side, it's Dorsett. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
Boyer, the gain of 5 then. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. The Lions on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Stafford going to throw it. He gets away from one. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Tight end's right. We got 4. We got 4.
A give to Anderson here out of the gun. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.